Hello, Heidi here, and I'm a lifestyle coach. I'm going to be talking about clearing the clutter in the second area of your life. Last episode, we talked about the first area. So today is all about the second area. We're going to get to that here in just a moment. So, hey, this is Healthy Habits with Heidi Hills, where we build healthy habits for a better life. All right, well, let's get started. Let's dive right into it. Last episode, I introduced clearing the clutter, and we talked about clearing the clutter in your first area, which was your environment. Now, today, I want to share with you information about your second area of clearing your clutter, which is your schedule. Your schedule, people. That's right. Most of us worry about whether we're going to have enough time to do all the things that we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to share with you 4 ways on how you can clear the clutter in your schedule. So the first one is over these next 7 days, if you were to look at your schedule in your calendar, what's an activity where you could say no or cancel, right? This is kind of hard. Oftentimes we really think, oh my gosh, I can't possibly cancel. I have to do everything that I said I would do. And I couldn't possibly tell them no. But the truth of it is, you can cancel some things. Not everything. We can't cancel everything, but some things. So you want to look for events that you're really dreading here, things that you're not really obligated to do, but yet you feel like you're obligated to do, right? And you don't really want to do them. So just find one that you can say no or cancel to. Okay, so that's the first area. The second one is delegate an activity. So, for example, do you hate laundry? Can you delegate that to, somebody else in the family? Is it grocery deliveries or pickup instead of shopping? I know that's a favorite one that I have started doing. Is it having a carpool with your friend, your kids' friends, right? So that when they're going to an activity, you only have to drive one way. This is amazing. This is my best friend with my daughter and dance, right? Um, is there any way you can delegate just straight up cleaning your house? Maybe there's a high school student in your neighborhood, or maybe you've actually even been thinking about somebody to hire a housekeeper and having them come and do your home. So just think about, is there anywhere in your schedule that you can just take one activity away that is going to free up some time for you? You can delegate that to somebody else. So that is the section number 2 for this. Okay, now let's go into number 3. And the third way to clear clutter in your calendar is to choose a reoccurring day of the week and time that you can devote to you, right? To you. Um, this can also be daily. Let's be honest. You could do this every single day. So you can think of this as, this is important time for me. So think about when you write it on your calendar, you just had a hard time thinking about, maybe I can't delete things. Writing something on a calendar, what if your name was there and you are now that important person that you've got to have time for, right? So whatever it is you do, make it a reoccurring appointment, right? Um, make it so that you do often enough that it becomes a habit, and it's just time that's set aside for you. Because otherwise, if we don't set that time aside, well, we know that life gets in the way of things, right? It just kind of happens, gets in the way. So for me, it's an easy one. My intentional movement is something for myself that I actually have written on my calendar right over here, every day, of when I'm gonna make that happen. Okay, so now for the fourth one. And this is really something that's not necessarily in your calendar, uh, but it it definitely takes up a ton of your time and your energy. So this is one where you would think about somebody who drives you crazy, somebody who just they drive you completely bonkers. You go nuts, right? So maybe you find yourself thinking about this person all the time on a regular basis, and you think things like, "Well, if so and so would just do dot dot dot, then I could relax, or I would feel better in some way or the other." So think about if you could put like a percent of time that you spend thinking about this or about this person, about these things. So let's say, do you invest like 20% of your time allowing yourself to just loop over thinking about this person in your head, and if they could just change, right? So that 20%, what if you could free up that 20% of energy? Holy cow. Then all of a sudden, you have a lot more energy and you have a lot more time on your hands, right? So every time you find yourself thinking, if so and so would just do dot, 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 stop. I want you to recenter yourself and ask, what do I need right now that is going to help me feel relaxed, feel happy, feel fulfilled? Okay, insert whatever you want right here. And that has nothing to do with anybody else. It's it's just it's just you. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. Then you can free up this time. You can free up this energy. And now you can do something that you want to do. Okay, so I just gave you 4 ways that you can free up your schedule. 4 ways to clear your schedule, clear the clutter in your schedule. Okay, right? We got that. So you want to feel, or you want to choose the one that feels the hardest this time. Last week, I talked about how we could pick the easiest one. But this one, I want you to pick the hardest. And honestly, I really think that everyone should do number 3, which is, taking time for yourself, putting yourself in the schedule. So if you ask me, that one's required as well. However, I want you to pick the hardest one and I want you to tackle it. Go ahead, jot that one down for yourself. You might have to re-listen to those and think about it, but you probably had one in your head. You're like, oh my gosh, that's so scary, right? So why did I ask you to pick the hardest one? Like I said, last time I had you pick the easiest. Well, sometimes the truth is that sometimes we do need to do the easiest thing possible. But at other times, we do realize that, this is something that I really do need to do for myself. I need to cut that out, right? Even though this is going to be really difficult for me. Because sometimes our greatest personal breakthroughs are when they come from when we do something that we really dread, right? That we're really afraid to do. We're basically taking those 2 steps out of our comfort zone, right? And that's when really good things happen. So now I said those things, but some of you are probably still thinking, I don't want to do this. I'm dreading this. This is why I haven't done it. How am I supposed to let go of trying to fix that person? Or I can't possibly cancel. I would feel guilty. It's just so hard. I can't say no. I'm so afraid of disappointing someone. What would they think of me? Right? All those things are coming into your head. Your critter brain is just filling up with all of these things. So this action step is going to be challenging. It's going to feel challenging. Yeah, I really urge you to take this opportunity to commit to doing it. And you might be surprised that when you make this commitment and you say, I'm going to do this, that then you're actually able to do it. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and for listening to Healthy Habits with Heidi Hills. I hope you'll take advantage of this opportunity to clear the clutter in area number 2, your schedule, or area two, your schedule, right? And, like I said, rewatch this, listen to it, write down what it is you want to do for your action step that you can implement this week. Thanks again. And if you find value in what I shared with you today, please hit the thumbs up mark. It really helps so other people can get to know me. As you know, I'm a new channel and I'm really trying to build. So that is really, really helpful. And make sure to join me next week where we're actually going to discuss the third area of clearing your clutter. Have a great day. And remember that habits make us or break us. Bye, guys.